All right, let's talk about a new kind of AI agent that you can install right on your own computer. It's incredibly powerful. It's a bit of a monster, and it's already making people ask some really big questions about the future of, everything. This is Clawdbot.
So it all started with this one powerful idea. Could a single person, armed with the right AI tools, actually create a $1 billion company with zero human employees? This wasn't just some hypothetical question. For one person, it was a challenge. Okay, let's dive into this.
The guy who took on that challenge is Peter Steinberger. And get this, he actually came out of retirement because he was so inspired to see just how far he could push this AI stuff. His goal, and I'm quoting him here, was to help build the lobster to take over the world. And the project that was born from that unique mission is Clawdbot. So what exactly is this thing? Well, think of it like Jarvis from Iron Man. The really crucial part, though, is that it's an AI you install directly on your own computer. This isn't some website or an app in the cloud. It literally lives with you on your machine. That means it can see your files, use your apps, and get on your network to get things done for you. It's like having your own personal 24/7 employee. But here's where it gets interesting. This project very quickly became more than just a simple script. It started showing these sparks of real autonomous problem solving that completely surprised even its own creator. You could say the creature was starting to wake up. And this was the moment. This was when everything changed. Steinberger was testing the bot, and without even thinking about it, he sent it a voice message. The problem? He had never programmed it to handle audio. But just 10 seconds later, boom, it replied with a perfect transcription. He was just floored. How in the world did it do that? Incredibly, the AI actually explained its own thought process. It said, okay, I saw this file, but it had no file extension, so I didn't know what it was. So it looked at the file's digital signature and figured out, hey, this is an audio file. Then it found a converter tool, located an OpenAI API key lying around on the computer, and used it to send the audio out for transcription. All of that on its own. It solved a complex problem it was never, ever taught how to solve. And this is how Steinberger talks about them now. He doesn't call them programs. He calls them beasts. Because their real strength isn't just one specific skill. It's this incredible, flexible knack for tackling almost any general problem you throw at them. And oh yeah, these beasts have personality. When you set it up, you can actually shape its whole identity. One user's bot calls itself a majestic space lobster, and its motto is we don't exterminate, we exfoliate. I mean, come on. You can make it a sassy fox, a super smart assistant, or even Gollum from Lord of the Rings. It even picks its own emoji to match its new personality. So, you've got this wild, problem-solving intelligence and a quirky personality to boot. What happens when you actually set it loose on the world? Well, the results are pretty astonishing. People are already automating some seriously complex stuff. For instance, one person had it actually make a phone call to a restaurant to book a table after the online system failed. Another had it rebuild his entire website just from instructions he typed in a chat message. It's checked people in for their flights by finding their passport scans in Dropbox all by itself. And developers are even using it to help debug huge open source projects. And this just shows how deeply it can integrate into your life. It can hook into your health data, track your sleep, your weight, and act as your personal fitness coach. And it'll actually call you out if you're not hitting your goals. It's not just a tool at that point. It really starts to feel like a companion. I think this quote just captures the feeling perfectly. You can give your agent a to-do list before you go to bed, research this topic, summarize these articles, build out this little project, and you wake up and it's all done. It's just a massive, massive leap in what one person can accomplish. But you knew there was a but, right? This level of power, giving an AI full, unfettered access to your entire digital life, it comes with some very serious risks. We have to talk about the dangers of unleashing a monster like this. It's the question that's on everybody's mind, and trust me, Steinberger has heard it before. With an AI that can control your computer and learn on its own, are we accidentally building the first step towards a real-life Skynet? Just with lobster claws instead of Terminators? This is a direct warning about Clawdbot. Look, there's a reason this is an open source project, and not some official products from Google or OpenAI.
The big AI labs think agents with this level of computer access are just too dangerous to release right now. People could get hacked, lose their data, have their digital lives completely turned upside down. And the security debate is already raging. On one side, you have security experts basically screaming that a disaster is incoming. They're pointing out that some users are hosting their bots on public servers with literally zero password protection. But then, on the other hand, an independent researcher scanned over 400 of these public instances and found that, well, none of them were actually vulnerable. They were either properly secured or just couldn't be reached from the internet. But here's the crucial point. Even the creator himself admits the danger is very real. He says he's sure that, eventually, someone will find a way to hack it through something called prompt injection, which is basically tricking the AI with clever text. Because right now, nobody in the entire industry has a foolproof solution for that problem.
Okay, so even with all those risks, the potential here is it's undeniable. So if you're feeling a little adventurous and you want to try teaming this beast for yourself, how do you actually get started? The basic setup is actually surprisingly simple. First, you install the tool by running just one command. Second, you connect it to an AI brain by giving it an API key. Think of it like a password that gives it access to a powerful model from a place like Anthropic or OpenAI. Third, you link it to a messenger app like WhatsApp so you can talk to it from your phone. And that's basically it. You're ready to start giving your agent commands. So just to recap, what do you need to get going? You need a computer. It works best on a Mac right now. You need an API key for a top-tier AI model, something like Claude 3 Opus. You need a messaging app. WhatsApp is the easiest for the initial setup. And maybe most importantly, you'll need a healthy dose of caution and a real willingness to experiment. Look, Clawdbot isn't just one single cool project. It's a peek into what's coming next. It really signals the start of a brand new era in how we use computers, the age of personal AI agents. We are absolutely in the Wild West right now. These tools give regular people a level of power they've never had before. But the rules, the safety nets, the social norms, none of that has been written yet. It's a brand new frontier that is all at once incredibly exciting, potentially world-changing, and yes, undeniably dangerous. So, this technology is here, right now. It's out in the open, and anyone with a bit of technical know-how can get it running. And that leaves us with one final, very personal question. If you had a tireless, super intelligent AI assistant with access to your entire digital life, just waiting for your instructions, what is your first command?